Hi guys, it's Jen and welcome to Paint with Jen. Have you ever had like a memory sort of stuck in your head? I was randomly talking to my kids about first day that I went to school. I had moved to Ontario from Montreal and everybody else had been going to this school for a very long time, a few months in fact, or a few years, depending on what grade they were in. I'm going to draw my school. So I got like a picture of the school from the internet, and it's like a great big building. Not actually, but when I was in kindergarten, it really looked like a great big building. So this was my elementary school. I'm just going to sketch it in here, and I am going to tell you a little bit of a story about my first day at school. So, it was like snowing outside. I remember a lot about that day actually. I think when you have a new experience, you remember a lot about that day. I feel like there's a lot of emotion sort of attached to it. I remember things like, I remember that there was another Jennifer in my class, and that when I first came in the door, the teacher told me that I could sit beside the Jennifer, and Jennifer D raised her hand, and I sat beside her on the first day. I remember a friend of mine, kind of a prescribed friend, because on the day it was my first day of school, she was assigned to be my buddy. Her name was Christy, and later her mom was a friend of my mom. So we were friends for a long time because of that, and because we went to the same school. But on that day, I remember very distinctly that during recess, she had a banana, and she did not want to eat it, but she didn't want anyone to know that she wasn't going to eat it. So what she did was she unpeeled the banana and dropped the banana, like the edible portion of the banana, on the ground, and then she took the peel and just waited until she was near a garbage can and the teacher was watching, and then she threw away the banana peel. So that way the teachers would think that she had eaten her banana, and I don't know. Do teachers really care that much about whether or not kids eat their recess snack? I'm not sure, but she felt that that was best to kind of hide the fact that she had not eaten her recess snack. But that's not the story that I'm painting here today. So, during recess or during lunch, I'm not quite sure when we have a break. We all went out to the playground, and this school, my school, has this amazing, or it was amazing to me at the time, playground. It has a dinosaur climber, it has a tube slide, you know, it's got like all these incredible swings, and of course, because it was recess, I could get on nothing. They were just so busy with like kids just on every single climber. Just everything was just covered with children, mostly bigger than me because I was in kindergarten. And then suddenly I looked around and there was no one on any of the equipment. There was no one on the wonderful swings. The dinosaur thing was empty. And I was like, oh sweet, I finally get a turn. I was gonna get on a swing, and then suddenly I just got this feeling, just kind of in my gut, that I was all by myself. And I was little, so I was not supposed to be all by myself. I was 6 years old, and there was not one student, not one teacher. There was no one anywhere in the whole playground. I was all by myself. So worried. And it was my first day. So I didn't even know what door was I supposed to go in. How do I get back to the classroom? I didn't even remember where the classroom was, the kindergarten classroom. I don't have a very good sense of direction. I didn't then, I don't now, and I had no idea which door I had come out of and how to get back to my classroom, to my teachers. So I was standing there, and I was standing it was very small, just standing. I have absolutely no recollection of what my snowsuit looked like, but we're gonna try to make little Jen in her snowsuit. Little Jen in her snowsuit. Little Jen. Actually, I might look a bit too tall, don't I? I was littler than this even. Very small. I have like a little hat on. Some snow pants. Everybody's got like snow pants that are like way too big and make them look sort of puffy and like just little Jen there. So how did I get out of this? All by myself. All by myself. So I was standing there, all alone on the blacktop. It was snowy, and it was cold, and I didn't know which door to go through. There were like 4 or 5 doors. There's a lot of doors. It's a school, yeah? Suddenly, I looked up in the window, and there were these older boys, and they were smiling down at me. They were sort of giggling and laughing the way boys do, and they just pointed. They pointed at the door that I was supposed to go in. I don't know if you've ever been to a new place. Well, I'm sure you have. We've all been to a new place, right? Just like a brand new school, brand new job, and you just kind of feel lost, don't you? You just kind of feel like you just feel alone. Like everybody else has everything all figured out. Everyone's got everything just sort of going on, and you just feel like lost. And I felt that way. And I looked up, and there were these boys, and they pointed at the door that I needed to go through. And I just felt so relieved. I felt so relieved that I knew where to go, that someone was there to help me. I went back inside, I went to my class, and everything was fine. Everything was fine after that. So, I don't know these boys. I didn't know those boys that day. I don't know which boys those were. But I will say that if you went to Clarksdale School in 1985 and you were maybe in grade 5 or 6, I remember that you pointed the way to me. And I am grateful to you. So I wanted to just paint that moment of just being all by myself in this big building towering over me. This is sort of like it's like an orange brick color. It was a 2-story school. I don't know. It's a lot of stories for a little kid. I'm pretty sure the kindergartners were on the top floor, though. Why do schools paint their doors brown? I'm not sure. They always kind of are, aren't they? Brown metal doors. Clarksdale has this, it has these kind of panels in between the windows. They kept changing colors. I remember them being brown. I think they're green now, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what color they were on this day, but they keep changing them up, changing the color, giving the whole thing a facelift. The orange bits are sort of this orangey brick, and if they want to redecorate the school, then they just replace those panels. It's just like, it's like aluminum siding, I guess. When you look at pictures of the school, the windows are always just black. We're gonna add some color to them, but not too much, because it was sort of an ominous moment being a new place, a new school. I went to this school for a lot of years. I did have some good times there, but I think in general elementary school is hard. I've never felt like I really got over the whole I'm being the new kid, even though I went there from kindergarten until like grade 6. I always felt like I was kind of the outsider, you know? My lot in life. So I don't remember exactly how these boys looked. I remember they were big boys. They're like much older than me. It's a little bit funny to me because the oldest they could have been to go to this school would have been grade 6, 11, maybe 12. And my son is in grade 6 right now. And he's not, he's not that old. He's not that big. But to me, at that time, they seemed like just really big boys. I'm just putting in some white here. The blacktop wasn't purple, but it wasn't exactly black either. It was very sort of white, sort of like a dirty white. That's some dirt. When I'm doing the snow, I'm gonna add just like some texture. This snow is snow that has really been stepped on and has like dirt in it. It is not like that fresh, clean snow by any means. It is like that. It is that hundreds of school children have had recess and are just like pounding all around, just running all around everywhere. It's winter. They have these these windows where it's like 9 little squares, and the 3 at the top are sort of just decoration. They're not actually the windows. The windows are in this area. Don't know why schools and jails look very much the same. But I think hopefully they do different things inside. And if anybody sort of asks, like, why did you draw it so it looks like a child did it? I can be like, oh, it's just because that's my memory of my school when I was very young. I don't know what these boys look like. Like I said before, but I'm pretty sure none of them were purple, so I'm gonna not make purple skin color. Ha! Okay. One of them is gonna be a little darker skin tone than the other. Don't know how that, if that's the case in real life, but just to make them look a little bit different from each other, let's make this guy wear green. And the other guy is going to wear purple. And like I said, I don't know what color my snowsuit was, but I think sort of a bright color is best for just for this to make me stand out a little bit. Although I do know I have always had brown hair. Get some blue mittens. Be a blue scarf. When you're little, when you're a kid, your scarf just like will be all the way down there. Like you're not gonna have a scarf that is the right size ever. They probably don't even remember me just pointing the way to me. They were probably goofing around. They were probably getting yelled at from their teacher to come sit back on their chair and get back in their desk, stop looking out the window. You just had recess. What are you guys doing? And you made my day, you guys. It was 33 years ago. I still remember. Those little acts of kindness, you never know. You never know you never know if they're gonna, which one of those is gonna really matter to somebody. They didn't know it was my first day. Didn't know anyone in this whole city. Didn't really have any friends yet. Didn't know where to go. All they knew was I was a kindergartner who was outside when she shouldn't be, and pointed me in the right direction. But I do wonder, why the heck didn't Christy want to eat her banana? Bananas are delicious. This sort of ominous building, great big shadow. And I think that shadow might be a bit too dark for our purposes. So we're just going to put the white back in there. It's like, maybe there's light coming from the windows. Who knows? I think it's getting like dark outside, and then I'm starting to paint things as it is dark, but this was definitely in the afternoon. Definitely in the afternoon. The black top in front of my school. Maybe I'll just put a little pom-pom on the top of my hat. Kids' hats look nice when they have pom-poms on them. It's a toque. I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian, I get a toque. So there we have it. This is my school when I was just 6 years old. I'm all alone on my playground. It's cold. It's lonely. It's scary, and I'm all alone not only in my new school but in my new town. I don't have anyone to play with. And then these two boys who I don't even know pointed me to the right door to go in, and it made me feel like everything was going to be okay. So that is it for today's episode of Paint with Jen. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.